Columbia Institute of Technology acknowledges that our campuses are located on the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish nations of Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh.
Good morning, everybody. My name is James Go, and these are your 12 o'clock sports headlines. The Vancouver Canucks have announced that the team has traded forward Kiefer Sherwood to the San Jose Sharks. In exchange, Vancouver receives defenseman Cole Clayton and 2 second-round picks from San Jose. Sherwood was signed by the Canucks in 2024, playing 122 games for the team. He led the NHL in hits in his first season as a Canuck, and led the team in goals this season with 17. The Canucks play the Islanders tonight at 7, trying to avoid a franchise record 11th straight loss. Florida Panthers forward Matthew Tkachuk will be making his season debut tonight against the San Jose Sharks. Tkachuk was a major part of the Panthers' back-to-back Stanley Cup wins. He underwent surgery to repair a torn adductor muscle in August. The Panthers currently sit 4 points out of a playoff spot, and the return of one of their best players should give them a much-needed boost. In football, the Seattle Seahawks have announced that running back Zach Charbonnet will be out for the rest of the postseason with a torn ACL. Charbonnet was injured in the Seahawks' blowout win over the San Francisco 49ers to move on to the NFC Championship game. Kenneth Walker III, who was splitting time with Charbonnet this season, had 3 touchdowns in his place. The Seahawks will host the Los Angeles Rams on Sunday, with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line. The Buffalo Bills have announced that the team has fired head coach Sean McDermott after another early playoff exit. McDermott's Bills team lost in overtime against the top-seeded Denver Broncos. In his post-game press conference, McDermott defended his team after a controversial interception call in overtime went against them.
But I'm saying it because I'm standing up for Buffalo, damn it. I'm standing up for us. Because what went on is not how it should go down, in my estimation. That play, these guys spent 3 hours out there playing football, pouring their guts out, to not even say, hey, let's just slow this thing down. That's why I'm bothered.
McDermott was hired by the Bills in 2017, spending 9 seasons with the organization. In the CFL, the Toronto Argonauts have signed defensive lineman Dwayne Hendricks. Hendricks played 13 games with the BC Lions last season, recording 21 defensive tackles and 4 sacks, but was released by the Lions last week. Hendricks spent the first 3 seasons of his CFL career in Toronto, where he tallied 8 sacks and 65 defensive tackles in 38 games, helping the team win the Grey Cup in 2022. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers have re-signed American kicker Sergio Castillo to an extension. Castillo's extension is for 2 years, extending him until 2028. The 35-year-old Castillo has been with the Blue Bombers for the past 3 seasons. He made 48 field goals last season and is 4th in franchise history with 693 points. In the Australian Open, Denis Shapovalov is moving on after beating China's Bu Unichakanta of China in 3 sets. He is the only Canadian man remaining in singles, as Felix Auger-Aliassime retired from his match and others bowing out. On the women's side of the tournament, Victoria Mboko defeated Australia's Emerson Jones in 2 sets in the women's singles, and is the first Canadian woman to move on. Marina Stukasic was forced to retire from her match, while Leylah Fernandez plays a doubles match later today at 4 p.m. In soccer, the ending of the AFCON Cup final between Senegal and Morocco will go down in history. After a few questionable calls going against Senegal in the match, Morocco was awarded a penalty kick late in injury time after a VAR review. This prompted Senegal's manager to take his team off the pitch in protest.
Now the players are again being called from the park. Senegal are marching off. They're going into the tunnel.
Oh, this is a shame, because it's been a wonderful tournament and we don't need it to end like this.
Senegal eventually came back out onto the field and actually stopped the penalty kick, forcing the game to extra time. Senegal ended up scoring, winning the AFCON Cup 1-0. And the College Football National Championship gets underway today. Number 1 ranked Indiana will face number 10 ranked Miami to decide who wins the national championship. Kickoff is tonight at 4:30. That's all for now. Thank you so much for listening. Once again, I'm James Ngo, and you're listening to BCIT's The Crow.
Stay tuned for more on BCIT's 1680 The Crow.
The hands-on part of the program is the main thing that drew me to the program, and it's the main thing that I'm taking away from this program. There's no experience like just being able to go out and practice and do the work, and been able to do that both here in the newsroom, out on the internships, multiple internships that I've been able to go on, and I think it'll serve me very well.